Hey folks, election is a week away. So what do you want? Freedom or tyranny? It's an easy choice. We don't want to live under tyranny. We don't want our rights taken away from us. We want the Bill of Rights to be followed. We want to live in cities, towns, and communities with no crime. We want jobs. We want a border that doesn't leak like it has the millions in the last year, since a year or more since Biden's been president of the United States. We want our country free. So with election right around the corner, you need to get out and vote. Republican, independent, get out and vote. All right? You Democrats, you can vote too. But I'm really concerned about our country. The first time in my life, I served 4 years in the Marine Corps. I was a New York City policeman for 25 years. And I've served my country my whole life. And the people of the city of New York and a small town in New Jersey, Irvington, New Jersey, where I was a cop for 4 years before I became a New York City police officer. Crime is very important. Just about every Democrat-run city, large city, is inundated with crime. Of course, the Democrats want you to think that it's an illusion. You know, forget the statistics. Just look them up. They're right online. Murder, robbery, rape, up significantly. What I'm wondering about is Democrat voters in these inner cities. Their children are being shot when two thugs shoot it out with each other. Don't you want this to stop? Look at Chicago. South side, west side of Chicago. New York City. Los Angeles, Detroit. All major run cities by Democrats. However, they tell you that crime isn't a problem. Unless, of course, they're a victim of a crime. Then crime is a problem. No prosecutions for criminals. Criminals are walking. When I was a cop in New York City, at least you lock somebody up with a gun, they might do a little bit of time, but they weren't let out with no bail. It's insanity. I don't think any voter out there is for that. So if you're against that, why do you vote Democrat? I don't understand. Don't you care about your children? Don't you care that your children do better than you? Don't you want your children to be well educated? Don't you want your children to be able to go to the playground and not worried about getting shot because two thug drug dealers are shooting it out? What about just sleeping in your bed? How many children in Chicago and other Democrat-run cities are shot dead in their bedrooms or on their bed because a bullet comes flying through the window? You're not safe in Democrat-run cities. You're not safe. Look at the statistics. But still, you vote Democrat? Are you self-destructive? Do you like the environment you're living in? Do you like homeless all over the street? Using drugs? Contributing to the high crime rate where you live? Do you like the kids go to school and they're not educated? I remember locking up 3 black males for armed robbery. This was over 20-some years ago. They were in their 2nd year at a city university. 2nd year. And when they were writing their confessions to the armed robbery that they committed, they couldn't spell. They couldn't spell. With the 2nd year in college. They told me they hardly even went. But they would pass anyway. This is what the Democrats do. So if this is what you want, then you go out and vote Democrat. If you want your children in danger, you want your public schools to be lousy, you like spending $5 on a gallon of gasoline? I know I don't. Doesn't make sense to vote Democrat. It just doesn't. Look at New York City once Giuliani became the mayor. How things changed, and how safe it was, and how great it was. Children were able to go out and play, not have to worry about thugs shooting it out on the streets. But I think your Democrat politicians want that because they do nothing about it. Just put on your thinking cap. And that's all I'm asking before you vote. And is that what you want to vote for? A dangerous time, a dangerous city, your children in fear, you in fear? That's not what you want. If you have any common sense, you would vote Republican. Give them a shot. No, give the Republicans a chance. Look what they did in New York when they took over. You've been lied to so often that you can't even recognize the truth anymore. You need to come to your senses. Don't forget what America is all about. Yeah, sure, we've had some tough times in the past. So has every other country in this world. But we are getting better. But we're not getting better under Democrat rule. These aren't the Kennedy Democrats. These are woke, ideological fools who are destroying you and your children. We have a Director of Homeland Security, the Attorney General of the United States, and a Director of the FBI who aren't doing their job, and they need to be impeached. And I looked it up. Republicans can impeach those people if we gain both houses, and we have to do that. I just want you to go and look into the face of your children and say to yourself, what kind of an America do I want for them in the future? If you want a safe place with good education and real opportunities for jobs and for doing better than you have, you've got to vote Republican. Like I said, give them a shot. You probably never have before. It's not going to hurt you. They're not going to do anything to hurt you. Republicans make things better for all Americans. Sure, I have my issues with the Republicans too. And I'm the first to point the finger when I think they're doing something wrong. But right now, it's a very important time in the history of the United States that we make the right choices for people to run this country. And Biden is not cutting it.